Thanks, Carlin. Now, what I would like to point out, just in the very offset, that this is not a crash course in prostitution, okay? Now, I know there's some disappointed faces in the audience, particularly that young lady over there, but I just thought it fair considering the topic. So this is an actual street sign from the city of Treviso in northern Italy. And as you can imagine, it kind of surprised and confused some of the locals living there. But I think we're actually used to a lot of confusing road signs and messages in our cities. And Connor touched on this earlier. But, we are used to being bombarded by so many messages. So as marketers and designers, how can we possibly get our messages across? Well, the key thing is, how do we get our brand stand out from the crowd? What we need to do is we need to delight and engage the customer. And we need to think about how we can shock them, but also we need to think about where we actually place our ads as well. So here's quite a nice example. So there's getting lost now. So there's a Belgian crime writer called Peter Asp. And when he bought one of his books in Belgian bookstores, he got this really nice bag that I think grabs your attention. So these are all really nice street marketing ideas. But what the hell do you do when you're an online brand? How do you get people's attention? And of course, how do you get them to engage? Well, of course, with smartphones, we have a really good opportunity, particularly with QR codes, to get people to actually engage with our online brands. Now, this is a guy who actually tattooed a QR code onto his arm. And what I want you to do is I want you to all get your QR code readers ready. I'm going to show this again on the last slide. Or, it's on my t-shirt. So, only about a third of people actually recognize what a QR code is, even though they've been around since about 1994. So the key thing is to make them recognizable. This is probably a bad example from Yves Saint Laurent. The other thing as well is, okay, QR codes, they're a bit 1999 at this stage, or certainly 2009. But the thing is to make sure that they give a special offer. This is a nice example from Guinness. When you filled up your pint of Guinness in New York, you could scan this and it would take you to a special offer. Here's an example from Tesco in a subway station in Seoul in South Korea. They created backlit billboards where you could actually scan products with the QR code and have them magically delivered to your house. So, these are all interesting ideas about QR codes, but surely we've moved on from there. Are there any other things that we can do now? Well, I think there probably are, For Euro 2012 football championships, Paddy Power created a 138 decibel Vuvuzela truck that we drove around the UK. Now, to reinforce this campaign, we commissioned a company called Blipper in the UK. And what they would do is basically when you scanned an English £10 note with the Blipper app, you would actually see the Queen blowing a vuvuzela and talking about England's chances, and of course Wayne Rooney's hair and the cheating French. So here's another example from Blipper for Kit Kat and also for Heinz tomato ketchup as well. So some nice ideas there. So here's an example of face recognition. This is from a charity called Plan UK, who generates money for girls in developing countries to teach them. But basically what it did was it recognized just female faces and showed them a specific video ad. Here is an example from Lego, where they showed you an augmented reality representation of what the completed toy would actually look like. But of course, augmented reality is going to be coming to us in a very big way very soon with the Google goggles, and it's going to give us new opportunities for advertising while people are actually walking around our city streets. So this is, of course, if we do actually wear them and we don't look like complete idiots while we're doing so. So we're at a really exciting time where display advertising, mobile and online design are all converging. So it's time to take our tired old horses of advertising campaigns and transform them into something really exciting. So the guy with the tattoo, now's your chance if you do want to get your QR code readers ready. You can scan this now and find out what he has to say. And if you don't, well, feel free to come up to me and engage. Thank you very much. Cheers.